Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation. Not just creation getting created. Even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagwan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati for the power of will to change things. Powerful cognition from Bhagavad Gita. Krishna brings in core concept of the Gita that of renunciation. He says, do what you must do with an attitude of surrender to me and sacrifice the result of your action to me without complete control over yourself, your ego. We feel responsible for the result of our action. Wherever we succeed or fail in what we do, either proud or happy, guilty or sad, our ego makes us feel responsible. We identify ourselves with what we do and the results of what we do. Krishna says, if you cannot do whatever else I have told you to do this. Drop your ego, drop the fruits of your action and renounce them to me. The freedom that results from what Krishna advises is true liberation. Once we realize that no longer are the masters of our destiny, decision makers of our result of our action, we feel a weight lifting off our shoulder. It is He who is now responsible for the result of our action. We still are the doers, but no longer the owners. One may wonder, how can I succeed in this rat race? Remember that even if you are the winner, you are the rat. You are still only a rat. It is illusion of our minds that we decide the results of our action. It is pure fantasy to believe that we decide the result of our action. We cannot even guarantee that we will survive our next breath. Our life is not in our hands. What arrogance, therefore, to imagine that activities in the outer world are subject to our control. There is power higher than us that decides the result of our action. Once we realize this and start believing in the wisdom of the higher power, strange and mystical things happen to us. We just need to let the universe, Krishna, the divine, decide what is the best for the rest of humanity and us. Let us surrender the result of all that we do to the sacred power. Whatever then happens to us is for the good, for our good and the good of everyone in this universe. We are surrendering to the cosmic power that surrender us. Without its grace, we cannot live or take our next breath. Say, do what you think is best for me with a deep completion and see what happens. Not merely does the end goal materialize, but the immense spiritual relief will overtake you. Renounce unto me, says Krishna. Surrender yourself to me, and I shall liberate you. A powerful cognition Bhagavan gives here. Renounce into me, says Krishna. Surrender yourself to me. I shall liberate you. With that, let's go to the Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana for the power of manifesting the power of will. Ichha Shakti Ruma Kumari. Bhagavan Paramashiva says his will is the energy of Shiva and it is Uma, the independent power of Paramashiva, and it is Kumari, the cosmic energy that plays. Bhagavan beautifully says exactly in this sutra, in this powerful cognition, that whatever you do, surrender everything, the actions, whether it is success or failure, whether you are benefited or it is dumped, whatever that happens to all the actions that you do, surrender to me. He says very clearly, is because we always look for something to happen out of our action. We do action only because of benefit. Bhagavan beautifully says, even a smile, a human can only smile if there is a benefit. He is not going to smile to a person who is like on streets, who's of no use. He'll only smile to a doctor or somebody who is going to be of use to him. Here, Bhagavan beautifully says how when we surrender everything, he says it's not that you're not supposed to know the action or results, but he says very clearly how Bhagavan explained the whole thing. He said, actually, it is going to be much larger than what it is going to come out as results. But if you know the whole picture, you would reverse calculate and destroy the whole thing. That is the reason why we are not supposed to look at the result, because something extraordinary could happen out of the actions that we take from the context we are there. A small misunderstanding could destroy the whole project, or complete in the space of Paramashiva could build a whole castle for the whole project. So there is a possibility which, if we know the result, we would reverse calculate and destroy the whole action plan. So that is the reason he said not to look at the result. Not that result is going to do anything, but getting clutched to something that we know and something is expected out of our greed and fear should be dropped. The greed and fear which is dropped, and just surrender to Paramashiva, whatever we do, and that he is running the whole cosmos, he can run our project even more easily. It is not what we understand, but what is the possibility. Bhagavan beautifully says, if like a bucket of water is only not intelligent, nothing intelligent about that, but it becomes Ganga. Ganga is independent, intelligent. When just a bucket of mud is no intelligent, but Himalayas has its own intelligence. So the whole grandeur of anything, when it is the hard work is happening, it starts the smart work, which is the intelligence in the system, gets awakened and starts having independent intelligence to manifest the reality. We always think something that we do is the only result of that. We do from the context of only enjoying the whole process of doing and submitting and surrendering to Bhagwan's lotus feet, where whatever power manifests, he always says, when you surrender, the buddhi starts awakened in you. Every time when you surrender the Shakti to the Bhagwan's lotus feet at the end of the powers, the buddhi gets awakened. Whatever level the power happens, keep on surrendering to Bhagwan's lotus feet. And the buddhi awakens and starts manifesting more and more deeper power. So here he says this powerful cognition, by surrendering to lotus feet, Bhagwan himself, we expand in our inner space by not getting clutched to the issues or the praise. By not getting clutched, it's like Bhagwan beautifully puts an example. If you're running a race and you're constantly looking back and running, what kind of result you will have? And if you're running just in the inspiration, how you would have the result. That is what looking back and running is, how we are expecting some result and trying to achieve something. If you just do out of inspiration, the whole context becomes independent intelligence and manifest huge powers of Paramashiva. Now let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramanas are the authorities of Hinduism who have time-tested, verified all these powers successfully. Here, this is the power of will to change the taste of the liquid for yourself. So this is from Periya Puranam, and it is believed that the monk from the Jain monastery, Padilipurtaram, near village of Kadalur, Padilakuppam, were unable to bear the upper's rising popularity after he switched back to Hinduism. They took the help of Pallava king Mahendravarman and tried to kill Appar. First he was poisoned, but with the grace of Lord Shiva, the poison turned into nectar. Next, the king's Mahot were ordered to kill him using the royal elephant, but the elephant obediently circumambulated him. In the third, he was attempted. Appar was tied to a rock and thrown into the sea, but the rock started floating and brought him back to the shore. That's the beauty of the oneness space. Whatever happens when you are in the surrender space, inside, the reality is created only auspicious. Because inside you is auspicious, it cannot be anything outside, which is more important than any other part of our life. How we hold our inner space, what thought currents are residing there, is very, very, very important to create our reality. Here, he is so clear that Appar will not have any thought current other than Paramashiva. So the auspiciousness is just gestured in every action, even the was the nectar, poison becoming nectar, or the elephant saluting him, or even the rock floating on the sea water, is amazing how the possibility of a human could happen when we are in the surrender space of Paramashiva. With this, let's go to Atma Pramana. Atma Pramanas are the Leelas of Bhagwan.
Intense, will persistence, raises
you from your Jakrat, wakeful state, to awakened state, from awakened state to alive state. There are 5 states of consciousness, waking state, which all of you are now in. Above this state is awakened state, Turiya, alive state, Turiya Atita. Below the waking state is dream state and deep sleep state. Listen, waking state. Jakrat. In Sanskrit, we call it Jakrat. English, waking state. Below this waking state is dream state, Swapna. Below the Swapna, deep sleep state, Sushupti. Sushupti, deep sleep. Swapna, dream. Jakrat, waking state. Turiya, awakened state. Turiyatita, alive state. These 5 layers are 5 levels of states of your consciousness. Is your life. Intensity, intensely awakened state, leads to alive Turiyatita in you. I tell you, neither what you consider as external achievements, nor the external capabilities can define you. They can all be one of your glories, like one ornament. But they cannot be the definition of you. Definition of you is in which state you feel cute about you. Do you feel very cute about you sleeping all the time? Or do you feel very cute about your dream state? Do you feel very cute about your waking state? Or do you feel very cute about your awakened state? Or do you feel very cute about your alive, all-powerful state? In which state you feel very cute about you all matters. Stop wasting your energy in making others feel cute about you. Understand, the whole world is stupid, dash, 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 frustrated, beep, 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 beep. Understand? Nobody feels cute even about themselves. Why will they feel cute about you? Just dump the shit of putting your energy and attention, time, treasure, talent in making others feel cute about you. Pooh. It's like you are wasting your whole life for pig shit. Stop. Decide in which state you feel cute about you. That's all is life. Let your taste get matured.
Listen. Your taste, if it is just few minutes, few seconds, if you feel cute about your awakened state, an alive state, whenever I sit for my morning puja, I feel so cute about me. I'll tell you exactly how I feel in my puja. I feel like me sitting in this body and as Paramashiva. It is both me worshipping, celebrating my own existence. My Vyakta, my manifest is worshipping my unmanifest, my Avyakta. My manifest is worshipping my unmanifest. My part is worshipping my whole. So I will sit sometime even 5-6 hours. Even now, I will sit casually, one by one. I'll talk to each god elaborately. More than the idea of each god, each manifestation of Paramashiva. The Ganapati is also manifestation of Paramashiva. All gods and goddesses are manifestation of Paramashiva. How you feel cute about you, in which state you feel cute about you, that is your maturity. Five states of consciousness. See, the permutation combination of these 5 states leads to another 25 states. That's different. But these 5 are the basic unit states of consciousness.
Let's go to the Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramanas are the millions of disciple devotees, followers who are initiated by Bhagwan, who are manifesting and sharing and enriching the world, their power manifestation. Manifesting the power of will to change the taste. Here in Kailash Kotyar, the power of changing the taste, bitter to sweet, sweet to bitter. So I had a mug with a little pumpkin chai tea and almond milk left that I had been sipping. I entered in oneness with Bhagwan and oneness with the mug, oneness with the chai. I asked Bhagwan to manifest through me and make the tea very, very syrup sweet. I continued connecting in oneness to change the taste to sweet. I then tasted the chai tea. Now, here's the beauty of Bhagwan. At the first, the tea, there was a little more sweetness on the tongue, but then, oh my God, the tea itself became like a nectar, that is Swamiji. It's hard to put in words. There's no human words to really describe this nectar, except maybe beautiful. During one of the first sips of the tea, landed my tongue and became what we know as sweet as nectar. Experience continued. With the nectar came to bring experience of the pure bliss that you do not ever want to end. I've tried to use human words to explain my experience. Thank you, Swamiji. Such a beautiful experience. Now, let's go to the instruction for manifesting the power of will to change the taste and Pratyaksha.
Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies, what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state.
Now the Kenopanishad is taking it to the next level. Declaration, not prayer. me, my ability to will. Understand? Just like you have various abilities, ability to see, ability to use your hands, ability to use your legs, ability to listen, ability to think, you have something called ability to will. The ability to will integrates all your abilities. The ability to will is the spiritual umbilical cord connection with cosmos. Understand, other than God, no one can will. When we are told only God's will be done, means actually no one else can have will. Only God can have will. If you are having the power to will, you are connected to God, you are part of God, you are Him. Understand? Power to will is umbilical cord connection with God. Our umbilical cord connection with God is our power to will. If you will, no one can deny it. Even God cannot deny it, because your will is bestowed on you by God.
The signs of power of will. The signs of power of will. Signs say that eye color is a character determined by two distinct factors: the pigmentation of the eye's iris and the frequency dependence of the scattering of light. In humans, the pigmentation of the iris varies from light brown to black, depending on the concentration of melanin in the iris, which is determined by our DNA. The appearance of blue and green, as well as hazel eyes, result from the tyndall scattering of light. Eye color varies depending on the lighting conditions, especially for lighter colored eyes. Epigenetics is a study of heritable changes that do not involve DNA sequence, but DNA expression alterations. DNA, methylation, histone, acetylation. These alterations are triggered by different factors such as nutrition, behavior, physical activity, working habits, smoking, and alcohol consumption. Stress meaning the very quality of our state of consciousness. Health is your nature. You don't need to create it. You just need to remember it. Then the epigenome starts to realign itself. From the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Consciousness alters your DNA.
The epigenetics. They have done so much of research on this field, on this epigenome. Epigenome is a protein particle responsible for your genes and all the happenings based on genes. Please understand, we are always taught genes are responsible for our diseases. No, it's not true. Even your DNA is not responsible. The quality of your consciousness is responsible. The quality of consciousness can directly change DNA. Asan Church very beautifully proves even the persistent diseases handed over to you by the previous generations, like cancer, sugar, blood pressure, heart diseases, even they can be just altered, changed, transformed by the quality of your consciousness. Another one research proves only 35% of your DNA is responsible, only 35%, for what you are, who you are, how you are, and all the major factors like your longevity, disease, health, and everything. Only 35%. The science of epigenetics and the epigenome opens a new door to the great truths declared by Patanjali and Swatmarama. Patanjali in Raja Yoga Sutras and Swatmarama in Hatha Yoga Sutras. Shiva Sutras says very clearly, the man who is in perfect health just by his nisangalpa, means the intentionless consciousness, can transmit that to a human being or any being.
Setting up for changing the taste of the liquid. Make sure the camera is with the timestamp. Make sure if you have Nyananjan, you can keep it ready. The third, a glass of water or liquid or juice, which is jaggery, milk, salt, or neem juice for bitter taste to change. You can make all this ready for the power manifestation. Once you get the item ready, please set up the camera. From the app, you can download the timestamp, click on the video, ensure that the time is shown on the screen clearly and vividly. Make sure the camera is facing you where you're demonstrating the powers. Please take a few minutes to set it up. The guidelines for manifesting the power. So start with the turning on the video recording. If you have Nyananjan, you can apply on your third eye between your eyebrows. Visualize Swamiji bring awareness in between your brows. Gaze intensely at the object in the front of you without touching. Step 5. Through the power of will, the taste of the liquid the taste should go from sweet to salty or salty to sweet. Any change in the taste, you can make a note. Step 6. Verify and share your video with others and listen to others' experience and manifestation. Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul
and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought, That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here, Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagwan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagwan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva, that everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Verification of changing the taste of the liquid. Step 1, verify no video editing is done on the Shakti Pramana videos. Make sure, step 2, make sure video is not stopped or restarted in the process of manifestation. Step 3, make sure all the videos are verified with the timestamp. Step 4, all the videos should have the wide angle view. Step 5, make sure to touch object during the power manifestation. Step 6, make sure you do not tamper with the liquid or solid in the front of you by adding any of the sugar or any additional items. Thank you. Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham